Good morning. Shall we start today in child's pose? Okay. So, just land on your shins, knees a little wide, just so you've got the navel can fall between the legs. And then deepen the groins, so you're softening the groins, deepening there. And then bring in the arms forwards. If you need to have your head on something, then do. So the groins and the belly's soft. And then just let yourself go. Surrendering into the ground. And today we'll have a little affirmation, and that might work for you. And if it does, great. And it's going to be free. I am free. So how does free feel to you? And locate that sensation of what you imagine free feels like, or what you remember, or you might be feeling free right now. And cultivate that. So sit with it for a few breaths. Just relax the arms, relax the brain. Okay, and then let's rise the head and shoulders and come up onto all fours. So have your head not dropping but in line with the spine. So your sacrum to your head are one straight spine. Okay, and then you're going to start to take your tailbone back, and the head stays in line with the natural curves of your spine and neck, and then the sacrum comes forwards, the tailbone comes forwards and brings the weight beyond the wrists. And then move from the tailbone again. So tailbone is the leader, your brain goes to tailbone, pulling your spine back, and then coming forwards. Tailbone's the leader, it's the pusher here. Coming back, tailbone's the puller. And coming forward, tailbone's the pusher. And then come back to the middle. This time have your attention on the top of your head, kind of like where my bun is really. Top of your head. And then the top of the head's going to start to push you back where we've just been, bottom onto feet. And then the top of the head's going to push you forward, pull you forwards. So now we're doing exactly the same thing, but our focus is on the top of the head instead. So we keep the spine in its natural curves. And one more, coming forward, you're pulling, and going back, you're pushing from the crown. And then come to the middle again, so you're up on your hands and knees, tuck the toes under. Move from the crown of your head back towards your heels, and from the crown of the head you're going to push back and up into down face dog. So everything's going to push up towards the sky, soften the groins and start to pedal. And remember to drop into the inside edge of the hand as well as the outside edge of the hand. And then so you're dropping the head because the tailbone and the crown are linked. You drop the head as you walk forwards into a forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And then just relax your arms so you can bring the backs of the hands to the ground. And then tip back into your heels until you feel the backs of your legs engaged. Turn the buttock muscles on, just beneath the buttock muscles really. It's the tops of the legs. And we're going to roll up. Coming up to standing. Okay, so we're going to lean your weight back until you feel really light on the balls of your feet. In fact, you might even start to hover the balls of the feet up and down off the floor. So you're palpating the foot. So the ball of the foot comes up and down. up and down. And so when you lean back into your heels, maybe you notice that the backs of the legs are helping to stop you fall. Okay, and then we're going to lift the big toes. So stop sort of palpating there. Lift the big toes. And then drop those. Push them down into the ground. Lift the other 4 toes. Lean back. Right. And then keep the big toe down. I've leaned back too far. Leave the big toe down and spread all the other toes and bring the little toe down if you can. Keep spreading the toes, that's quite the important one, so that you find the transverse arch. And then with the spread of the toes, let's come up onto the balls of the feet. So lift your heels. Okay, lean the weight back a little bit. Bring the arms out to the sides. Maybe bring your arms up. Okay, bringing the arms out to the sides and then resting them down onto the floor. Okay, so bring your hands to your throats and you're going to draw the throat back, drop the chin, then hands to your sternum. You're going to move the sternum in, widen the upper back, upper belly, move back, lower belly, move back, groins, move back, keep moving everything back and come into your forward fold. So the groins deepen and soften, you're just spilling the energy down from your tailbone towards the crown of the head. Land in your heels, so lean back a little bit until you feel the very tops of the back of the legs working right by the seat bones. And use those muscles to press down into your heels, and then we'll reverse that. So the groins deepen in, but then the belly deepens in, then the upper belly, and then the sternum, and then the throat, deepening in, and then we come up to standing. Okay, so let's come up onto the toes. And then go back onto the heels and bring your arms forwards, and can you lift the balls of your feet so you're just on your toes, on your heels I mean. And then drop it. You can move back and forth as you bend your knees, up onto your toes, up onto your heels. And then landing in our feet, you're going to roll down again. So throat pulling back, chest, sternum deepening, upper belly deepening. Put your hand on your upper belly, then your lower belly. Then put the hand on the groins and deepen them. So you self-adjust, coming into your forward fold. Okay, so let's step back into down face dog. And pedal out if you like. So again, here the groins deepen. And you're lengthening from crown of head to tailbone. And then lift the right leg up to the sky and take everything. So as if it's your right foot pulling back all the way along the line of the spine. And then bring the foot between the hands. And then you're going to bring the back knee down and point the toes. And then relax your shoulders. You're going to lift your hands away from the ground. Roll your shoulders, floppy arms. You floppy arms. And then bring your hands to your knee. Keep the shoulders soft. You're going to pull the navel back, lift the pubic bone, and bring the arms up. The throat can deepen here too. Okay, hands to the floor. Lift up the back knee and step it back into down face dog. And lift up your left leg. The whole body going with that. And then bring the left foot through. Dropping down onto your right knee. Point the toes, relax your shoulders. Use your legs rather than your hands to push away from the floor. So you come up. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Okay, and then hands to knee. You're going to pull the navel back, lift the pubic bone. And that's a movement that runs through the body. It's not just isolated here. at the core, and then maybe lift the arms. The arms are reaching from the belly, reaching from the sides, so that we tap into the fluid body. Okay, and then hands to the floor and going back into down face dog. And shift around so that you're not static here. And the whole body can shift with you all the way to the hands or wrists. And then let's round the back and roll forwards to plank. Might need to move where your hands or feet are. And then staying in your plank here, let's use the tummy muscles to lift and round your back, like cat-cow, but tummy muscles really working. And then back to normal plank. And then use your cat-cow front muscles to lift round your back. And back to normal plank. If you need to put the knees on the floor, you can. Again, abdomen muscles working to pull you up and round the back. And then back into your plank. Knees to the floor, point the toes. We're going to take the hips back. Don't move away your hands up. Take the hips back a little bit. And then from the tailbone, push forwards all the way until you come down to the ground. And bend the elbows. And then lengthen your arms down by your sides. Lift the throat and have the hands on the floor, palms facing down. Lift the throat and lift your tummy away from the ground as much as you can. So you're trying to sort of hollow back away from the floor. And then lift your chest and lift your arms. So it's quite a small cobra, or rather locust. Arms behind. And then maybe lift the legs. But you're still trying to tone the belly a little bit there. If it feels fine for you, you can widen the arms. Maybe widen the legs a little bit. And then bring it home, hands back to cobra. Legs on the floor. Pull the navel away from the floor. So use your tummy muscles. Press up onto all fours. And get ready for down face dog. So we're going to bring the bottom onto the feet. And think here about your long spine. So from the top of your head to, you can come forwards and back a bit here. From the top of your head to your tailbone, shift forwards and back. This time when we come into down face, so we'll work with the tailbone. So bring your mind to the tailbone, pushing you forwards and then pulling you back. Pushing forwards. And then when it pulls you back, go into down face dog. So you come back and then up, the tailbone pulling you. And then, so then you land in your dog. Let's lift the right leg up. Pull in the whole leg. Lengthen the left belly as well, so that really pulls back. And then bring the foot between the hands. And then we're coming into a high lunge this time. So first of all, relax your shoulders. Your hands are not pushing on the ground. Relax your shoulders. Keep the arms really floppy. Use your legs, but especially the back one. So you're up on your toes, and it's as if you're standing on tiptoes on the back leg. And then come up. Keep standing in tiptoes on a strong back leg. And then open your arms. I don't know, maybe you can think about your affirmation of free here. Softly, we're going to bring the armpits up, bringing the arms up. And then hands to your heart. And the pubic bone lifts slightly. And then hands to the ground. Let's step back to down face dog. But we'll go past it. So bring your right leg up into the air. And then scorpion tail. So turn within the left hip socket so that your pelvis faces the right. So your left hip socket's opening to take the whole of the pelvis to the right. And then lift the leg as high as you can. The whole leg. And then keep the leg lifted, but bend the knee. And then you're pushing up through the front of the knee all the way down the right side of your belly. Lift the left armpit a bit so the chest faces the floor a tad more. And then lengthen the leg and bring it down. Let's go up with the left one. Okay, so one more breath and we'll come into a high lunge. So bring the leg through. You might want to step your right leg out to the side a bit and then relax your shoulders so they're really not doing much. You might want to roll them out and then you're up on the back toes. So just like we're standing on our toes balancing and come up. So therefore the back leg's working quite hard. And relaxing the shoulders. Okay, and then bringing the arms out to the sides. So when the arms come out to the sides, it's not just from the shoulder joint. It's the whole body moving outwards. So we get into that fluid body. And then maybe the whole body drops down into the legs, but from the waist dropping up into the arms or lifting up into the arms. So you drop into your legs and lift into the arms from the waist, and then hands down through the heart space. Maybe take a pause. Hands to the floor, stepping back into down face dog, but go further, so left leg rising. So here the hip points are facing down, the tummy button's facing the floor. So move within your right hip socket to turn the pelvis to face the right. Move, so keep the legs straight to start. We're going to lift the outside leg, edge of that leg higher to the sky. And you're curling your right seat bone under, right seat bone under, and then bend the leg. Lift up through the knee, and then turn the chest a little to the floor by lifting your right armpit. And then you can bring the leg down, sort of almost straighten the leg, and then bring the leg down perhaps behind the right ankle, almost to the floor, and then foot to floor. Okay, and then bring the knees down. Tuck the toes under, and let's walk the hands all the way back here, so that you're sitting up on your toes. And then interlace your hands behind your back. And then the upper arm, the front of the armpits here, can you lift them up and take them back? To bring the shoulder blades now firmly into the back of the heart, as if you're trying to bring the shoulder blades into the back of the sternum, behind the sternum. So it's the chest lifting, it's not a lower back bend. And then breathe into the heart so that you lift on the inhale. And exhale. And releasing. Let's bring the arms out in front and use your crown of the head to go back into down face dog. So you're going to go back to your heels and then use the crown of the head to push you back into your dog. And then walking forwards to the top of the mat. And roll up. So land in your heels, engaged into just beneath the seat bones and scooping back as you come up. Okay, and then let's bring our hands behind. You're going to turn the palms to reverse prayer. So you can bring your little finger together, maybe, or you might want to hold your elbows. Okay. See if you can work the hands a little higher up the back. Elbows coming forwards, down, shoulders coming back, even as you bring the elbows forwards. And then lean back into your heels so that you find the backs of the legs working, or the circumference of the legs working, and not just the fronts of the legs. This is great for reversing computer position in the shoulders and chest. Computer position, you know what I mean. And then releasing the arms. Roll the shoulders, take your left foot forwards, right foot back. Start to roll your shoulder and then start to bring the elbow into it, but it's really the actual chest and upper back that's doing the work. And then start to helicopter that right side. And then let's step forward, step back. Let's do the other side. So move first of all the shoulder. Get the elbow involved. And maybe get the whole arm involved. Okay, and then releasing. And then we'll come into a balance. So standing on your right leg. And lift your left leg up. I'll show you from here, lifting the left leg up, and then engage into your corset. In fact, you can bring your hands to your hips and engage the whole belly and lower back. We're going to start to tip forwards as the knee comes backwards. And then grow forwards and backwards at the same time as you extend the leg behind you. And both sides of the belly lengthen towards the crown of the head. And the foot goes behind. And then come out whenever you need to. You might want to bend the leg to come out. Good work. Yeah, and different variations. You might have your arms forwards or arms out to the sides, hands together in prayer. I find just holding the hips is helpful to maintain our core center. So standing in the other leg. So you engage, lift the knee. And so we grow from this middle. As you come forward, you're lengthening the waist. And as you go back, the leg moves from the waist on both sides. So try not to shorten the standing leg side of the waist. Options with the arms. Come out ahead of me if you need to. And then I think we'll all come out if you're still there. Well done. Shake it out. Okay, and then let's bring our hands together. And let's dip the chin, bring the hands at the heart. Just take a moment's pause. Find your freedom, find your ease. Namaste.